Brought to you by Penguin.
Every family has a story. How we inherit love and loss. Written and read by Julia Samuel. Introduction. Every family has a story. The story of love and loss. Joy and pain. The story of the family I was born into was one of great privilege and multiple traumas. But we didn't tell stories. There was no narrative or understanding of what had been, what was going on, or how to deal with it. My parents were young adults during the Second World War. My father was in the Navy and my mother was a land girl. But that was not where their injuries lay. My mother's parents and 2 siblings had all died suddenly and unexpectedly by the time she was 25 years old. My father's father and brother had also died, without warning, when he was still a young man. Their fathers had fought in the First World War. As with the majority of people living in that era, and as my generation of baby boomers can attest, they abided by the need to survive and multiply. They had admirable tenacity, grit, and courage. Their route to survival, the only one open to them, was to forget and move on. They lived by the adage that what you don't talk or think about won't hurt you. Putting on a good show, hiding vulnerability, and yes, a stiff upper lip were the mantras of my childhood and that of most of my generation. But even when it's out of sight, perhaps especially when it's out of sight, the fingerprint of love and loss inside us continues to gather complexity. It isn't always visible to the naked eye, but is still complicated, still textured, still painful. What is often not recognized is that behaviors like these are the legacy of trauma. Trauma doesn't have language. Trauma has no concept of time. It sits on high alert in our bodies, ready to be ignited many decades after the original traumatic event. It doesn't allow for the processing of emotion. For me, it meant many of the pieces of the jigsaw were missing. I remember looking at black and white photographs of my dead grandparents, aunts and uncles, examining them for clues, because I knew practically nothing about them. The first time I saw a photograph of my maternal grandfather was this year. There were so many secrets, and so much was left unsaid, that I look back at my parents now and wonder, what did they know? What did they think about? Did they know what they felt? As a couple, did they ever talk about the things that mattered to them? And those secrets, did they tell each other or not? They certainly didn't voice any of it within my earshot. This meant I was constantly observing and listening for clues. As it turned out, it was the perfect brew to ferment a psychotherapist. I was always curious, listening intently, keenly interested in what was happening behind the facade, like a detective looking in the dust for footprints. My parents have died. While I have been writing this book, my love for and understanding of them have changed and grown. They live on in me, continually shaping and influencing me, as do all our key relationships. I'm hugely grateful to them. I learnt from them many crucial skills, behaviours, and ways of being that serve me well. I still benefit now from the immense opportunities they gave me. I came to write this book about families because every client I have ever had has focused on their family. They want to know why they have difficulty with their relatives, or describe why they love them, and everything in between. I am no different from my clients. In my therapy, I spent great tracts of time exploring my family of origin and my family now, trying to make sense of what was going on. Families and their roles today. The phrase nuclear family, meaning 2 married parents and their children, no longer fully describes the 19 million families who live in the United Kingdom.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?